Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, greetings to all of us. Thank you to the happy webinar participants for coming in this morning. The best wishes to all of us. I respect ladies and gentlemen who were present on this occasion as well as happy speakers and audiences. Here I ask the moderator will explain some of the series of activities that we will do. The first is the introduction of some of the parties. I, Ivonna Violetta Izni Putri Mulyanirum, related to be a moderator. Then the research person delivers the material for approximately 20 minutes and will be closed by words that will be delivered by me as a moderator. Well, the theme we will talk about today is literacy, because here we already have three speakers, namely Hawwa'thifal, Helda Yolandasari, and Labibah Bilqis. Thanks for coming. I'm very friendly because I invite three very impressive literacy experts. So, my three speakers will deliver very interesting information about what literacy is. Knowing the importance of literacy, knowing the literacy quality of students and lecturers, and finding solutions to improve literacy business in the future. Welcome everyone. Let us get started right away to enter this interesting topic. First of all, I want to ask Hawa. Well, Hawa, what is literacy actually?
Okay, thank you to the moderator for the opportunity given to me to spread the material on narrow understanding. Literacy is reading. In actual terms, literacy is not only reading but also making something out of something that is read. So, for example, if a person reads read a book and then he creates something, that is literacy. But it is said that literacy is permissible to read something, but reading is at a high level up. Reading, after reading what we can see from the reading, and after reading what we can see about the reading. Because each of us, reading certainly makes us think. After someone thinks something, then he or she makes something, then might create something like that.
Okay, I understand. Then, what if someone sends something on social media and then they respond in the form of a comment? Does that include literacy?
Okay, well, I will answer your good questions. Of course, yes, in my opinion, it falls into literacy because it is a character education for a person. Every day actually has a literacy like reading the news and so on. And then we respond that's literacy. Our brain has been programmed by God. If we see something, there must be a response. That is called a stimulus. There are good or bad response, but many people do not conform or is safe.
So, literacy is when we see, we read, listen, and then produce something. That is literacy.
I think yes, but still from the reading process. There are people who read and think and then keep it for truth only. There are also people who read and then memorize, can be oral or written. There are also people who read and then produce new products. Products are also not just goods. So from all that we have literacy.
Then, why is it important in a campus environment?
As a higher education institution, it is indeed important. All activities on campus must begin with reading. The campus is indeed a place to read, so a library is provided. Wi-Fi is also provided so that you can read because of the development of knowledge from reading. To check something, you have to read first. Read the theories, then you can see what problems have arisen. Then fight. Campus is therefore a literacy center.
Now, what about students' literacy?
For literacy students, now they are still literate because they will only be literate if they are forced. But it doesn't matter, that person can become a habit for a long time. But if it is forced, the facilities are still not supportive Our library is still main. Facilities for basic literacy are still lacking. All thesis content and efforts to include the latest books on the market do not exist. Minimize if there are no books, there are other supporters such as Wi-Fi that is so great. Students also lack the ability to exert themselves even though literacy must be forced themselves. The librarian is also not a literate person.
Okay, then what are your hopes for the literacy movement and the campus environment?
Literacy now cannot be separate from technology, so to the lecturers as well, I always suggest donating books to the study program library for students. Libraries are also space not for reading but borrowing. With such a large space, it will not be comfortable to literar. He wants the effort to be developed continuously.
Okay, well, Alhamdulillah, all questions have been answered very impressively by my three speakers. Indeed, it feels very cool when discussing about literature, but the happy audience, it was already 12 o'clock, where this very exciting event was at the end of the event. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone who is happy, it doesn't feel like we are entering the peak of the event, namely the prayer reading. However, before reading the prayer, let me say thank you and apologize in case any of my words are wrong and not on purpose or on purpose. I'm also grateful that today's program went smoothly and we all got information about the topics that have been discussed by our best speakers. Let me close this event by reading Hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.